And in case you didn't know it already, today is not only Inauguration Day, but also Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which has become a huge holiday in the Bluff City over the years and nationwide. Today, several events have been happening to honor Dr. King, and we have Dr. Joseph Kiles of the Rainbow Push Coalition here to talk more about the nation's longest-standing celebration of Dr. King's legacy. Dr. Kiles, welcome. Good to see you. How have you been? Happy New Year to you.
Thank you so much. You are known across the tri-state as the great communicator.
Well, I don't know about that.
So I'm glad to be here with you.
Thank you. I'm honored to have you here as well. Let's talk about events today, especially at Monumental Baptist Church.
Yes, sir. Since 1971, out of Operation Breadbasket came Rainbow Push. Push, People United to Save and Serve Humanity. Reverend Samuel Billy Kiles and Reverend Jesse Jackson created that. And we have been celebrating and honoring the life and legacy, not only of Dr. King, but the heroes and sheroes all across the country who've focused on human and social justice.
Let's talk about the relevancy of doing that today. Some people would say it's probably needed more so now than ever before. How do you view that?
Well, I think that we face a compelling and unusual challenge in 2025, and we've got to get our young people centered on the track of creating positive opportunities. There's so much going on, whether it's artificial intelligence, crime, drugs. We've got a lot of work to do, and we've got some changes nationally that we need to focus on.
So how do you make those changes? How do you reach that younger generation? I mean, what's the secret there that everybody kind of wants to know about?
Well, as I talk to friends, I think you have to start at a younger age. I think middle school is a great area. I think teaching kids the importance, starting out early, about social justice and positive change and integrity. Many of us, as we grew up, we learned integrity from our families and our churches. Now we're so disconnected, we don't go to church much, and the families are so concentrated on other things that they don't spend the necessary time with the children like they should.
I also wanted to ask you about the inauguration, President Trump's inauguration today, that also falls on Dr. King's holiday. A lot of people are really kind of talking about that, and especially in the African American community, because during the election, you had a number of blacks or a number of African American, especially men, who voted for Donald Trump. Is there a balance there? Can you find that? How do you look at that?
Wow, that's a great question. I received my inauguration tickets, but obviously I had a responsibility to be here in Memphis as the president of Rainbow Push Coalition Memphis. I think that we have to concentrate. We can do two things at once. Dr. King is the only American male that wasn't a president that has a holiday named after him. And so when I think of Congressman Dellums, I think of Reverend Kiles, Reverend Jackson, all of Stevie Wonder, who lobbied to make his birthday a national holiday. And we do know his birthday is on January 15th, not the 20th. And so thinking about that and juxtapose this new administration that's coming in, I think we have to find ways to work together. There are ways for harmony. I was glad to see that this new administration chose the former Department of Education commissioner. And so let's find ways that we can work together. And she had a great relationship with some of our state legislators. So there are ways we have to work and search. We can't be lazy and put our minds to work.
What about the next chapter or the next generation of leaders today, especially in the community? What are you seeing there? I know for years, Dr. Kiles, you've worked side by side with the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Yes, sir.
But do you see that torch being passed to other younger men as well, like yourself?
Well, I'm about ready to pass the torch myself. And
You're too young for that. You know you are.
I'm thankful to have had leaders like Harry Belafonte and Clarence Jones, Dr. King's attorney, Reverend Kiles, Reverend Jackson. Those four, the circle that I think about that helped mentor me in this business of human and social justice and human and civil rights. And I am trying to pass that on to individuals who want it. We have to find those young people who are interested, and they're there. They're just concentrating maybe on scholastic achievement, financial achievement, but somewhere we've got to find a middle ground where someone is more concerned. Reverend Kiles used to say, the privilege of a lifetime is being who you are and service.
One last thing I do have to ask you about, how do you see this Memphis-Shelby County school board debate with Dr. Fagans playing out? Have you been watching this very closely?
Well, yes, I have, and you know, I believe in public education, and I think public education bridges the gap. I was talking with one of our school board commissioners today at our program, and I believe that they've got to find a meeting of the minds, and hopefully they will do that. I don't want anyone damaged where they can't move on and have a great opportunity somewhere else. And sometimes we have to look at the larger picture. The children are the most important. So we got 110,000 students. We've got to figure out the best way to deliver those services to them.
We'll find out what the future is apparently tomorrow night at the school board
Yes, sir.
meeting.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Joseph Kiles, always good to see you.
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it.
All right.